This is what we've spent the last God knows how long looking for. Maintain approach dead slow. Switch to conning tower camera. Nope. Lights off. Conning tower lights off. Maintain 360 scan on approach. Do not want to get jumped by a Leviathan. Magma sharks down here as well. Still on approach, but it looks like none of them really want to get close. Of course there are warpers down here. This is their primary facility. They'd be guarding it out the wazoo. And also little power leeches. Okay. Right. Position set.
Engine powering down.
Engine down. Okay. Let's have some coffee. Come on, coffee. There we go. 2 cups, I think. Espresso. That's a Leviathan.
Copy completed.
Yay! Please God say it's just looking at the lunch and not me. Okay. I'm carrying cubes, scanners, tablets, knife, spare battery. Medkits, food, water. Okay, this mostly looks good. Alright. Deploy the core. And then get inside as fast as I can. Okay. Blue tablet. Well, let's pop it and see what happens. High security area, assuming that, given that the tablet was stored in an absolutely vital area for their operations. You lose the power core, you lose everything. Whoa. That's only slightly ominous. Yeah, I'm not walking up the centre pathway. Treasure trove of ion cubes.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg hatching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
And yet something down here is sending me telepathic messages. Okay. Need to find out how to get that force field down. Let's take a look. Let's raid this data terminal first. Are you going to attack me if I... Huh. They're not actually that hostile, are they? Right. Access upgrades. Let's pull the grappling arm off. Get my manipulator arm back. Right. Enzyme 42 project. This is what we need. An indigenous symptoms of the Kara. It was captured and contained a purpose-built habitat. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and forces were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme have been unsuccessful. Looks like they tried to dissect one of the Preserve... Oh, wow. They really were desperate, weren't they? Okay. Sea Emperor fetus found to like the chance of the adult specimen contained within the facility. Superficial damage, it was artificially removed. It expired during removal. Tissue samples taken for the digestion effect. So basically you need a young, healthy specimen or this just doesn't work. Problem is, if the specimen that they've got in here is the same one that they were researching on, it's 1,000 years old and then some. Which does not constitute young, and it probably doesn't constitute healthy either from what the alien logs were saying, so I'm not going to get usable enzyme from it. On the other hand, it's clearly sentient, so if I'm lucky, maybe it knows a few things that I don't. Also, what's a sword doing in here? Earthblade? Ancient Earthblade dating back to the 13th century.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, looks like our alien friends weren't just mucking about on this world, they were mucking about on loads and going back basically 1,000 years plus. Okay, there's another Stargate. Don't need to worry about that just yet. Still need to find a way of switching off the force field. What about in here? Looks like massive water treatment of some kind? Ventilation control.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, water beginning to paying the safeguards, being drawn from the different biomes. So basically this is how they're keeping the water fresh for the Leviathan. And it's sucking in the peepers. This is how the peepers are getting in and out of this facility to distribute the enzyme 42. So the Sea Emperor's managed to keep the ecosystem going more or less, but she can't produce a permanent cure for it herself? Huh. And that's a map. Or at least I assume it is. Maybe? It's pretty abstract, but... The silver lines are what? Gate notes? Huh. Repeats again here. Well, okay, it may not be a map. I don't know what that is, actually. It's weird alien abstract stuff. The scanner can't make any sense of it, so leave it at that for the moment. 11 Celsius, rapidly climbing up as we get back up here. 24. Another aquarium. Okay, sweat that area out. Let's take a look in here next. Okay, another gate by this. It would make sense if this was their primary facility. It would be a junction point for all the gate nodes. Probably explains most of the inactive gates that I've found dotted around the world. Another blue tablet. Well, I hope this is the last one I need, because otherwise I'll have to go back and get some more. Okay, force field offline. Bugs, I think, are deciding what to do about it. Nothing so far. I did look over here, didn't I? I suspect what we'll see is another gate. Yeah, that's a gate pass there. Dissectional, and then something in the centre here. Dissection lab's up there.
This room appears to be a biological
Egg
archive,
lab.
storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
Okay. There's the data terminal. Right.
Integrating
Let's have a look at this.
PDA data.
Whoa. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward. Okay, so this is the biggest thing on the planet. Despite size is entirely on microorganisms. However, internal scar tissue suggests probable infertility. It produces enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity and will occasionally expose in surrounding waters. So, basically, the entire life cycle of the planet is currently dependent on this thing puking at regular intervals. Great. Specimen is approximately 1600 years old. Is well excess peak lifespan. Okay, so right, we have a potential problem. Wait a minute, eggs. The existing Sea Emperor's too old and too injured. But if there are any surviving eggs, a juvenile Sea Emperor, or even a neonate, might be able to produce enough enzyme 42 to do the job. It's down there, isn't it? Okay, right. Before taking the plunge, let's do the sensible thing and sweep the room. Oh wait, no, this is where the grapnel will actually come in handy. Jump jets aren't working, of course, because we're not underwater, but pop out. Check my upgrades. Put the grappling arm back in. Come on. Well, so much for that idea. Okay, only one thing for it. Well, unless I can get a... Actually, aim vertical. No, the grapnel motor literally can't produce enough lift on its own. Alright, going down. Oh, hello. Please don't eat me. I'm a bit big.
Are you here to play?
Well...
Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me.
Oh, goody.
Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it, as they did.
Is that metaphorical for fighting fate? Because I prefer to swim against it insofar as I need to do something about this bacteria. Okay, so...
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
I can tell you the reason. It's the Sea Emperor. It's keeping them nice and calm. Okay. So now what do I need to do? eggs. Wait, are these her eggs? They look like it, don't they? Sea Emperor eggs. Okay. The Sea Emperor's eggs. Let's see. Uncommonly shelled, strangling, alien tubes penetrate the outer layer to supply them with nutrients.
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare, plankton-like life form, which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Okay. Right. Let's go back to reading this. Alien tubes, fetal organism, there's a high genetic average. They are stable and healthy. It's like the ideal hatching conditions for the eggs vary considerably from the conditions for the parent. So I need to find the hatching conditions for the eggs. So can I get a scan of this girl? You want to swim? Right, no, I need to crack this puzzle. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this incubator. Hatching enzymes. Right, the Emperor specimens attached to normalized cell, they would bury their eggs in shallower waters where different organic materials would trigger the hatching response. The aliens had tried, however, I need to get the information from the Sea Emperor. So, I realise this is not the sort of thing you should ask a lady on a first date, but how do we get jiggy with these eggs, Missy? Does this mean getting a scan of her? Because I'm not even sure I can get close enough. Well, let's dive back into the prawn before I run out of air.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I've got some enzymes dotted about, but... Well, that's not true. I had some enzymes, but they were in the lower area. Okay, so anything else that I can interact with here? That's kind of got a come over here look to it, doesn't it? No, it's just the lighting. There's a buried gate network there that she's not using. Well, she can't use it, she can't fit, but might give me something I could work with. Okay. What do I need to trigger in order to... in order to get this working? I mean, I can't just try every single enzyme on the planet. It will take ages. What's down here? Looks like it's venting somewhere.
Plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
The Sea Emperor's work, perhaps? There does seem to be just about every single kind of plant down here, but I need her to tell me which enzymes the natives need. Let's head back up. Still got plenty of power in the cells. Oh. Bounce. Bounce. Okay. Can I get a useful scan of anything else? Well, let's have a closer look at the gate. That's about the only other thing I haven't taken any serious interest in. That might get a reaction from her. Completely submerged at the moment. Okay, let's see if I can get an aquarium arch scan. Stands ISO point to the surface, but would accommodate small life forms. That might be a quick exit later on. Alright, let's swing up. Scan the Emperor. No, it's not locking onto her at all. Self-scan. Still infected. Okay, what happens if I scan the other eggs? Or if I can use a ion cube here. Right, let's get this powered up. Okay, right now she wants to talk.
My young need to hatch, to play.
Yes, they do.
Outside this place. We have been here so long.
Yeah,
The
1600
others
years,
built
give
a
or take.
passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Okay, so I need to figure out how to deploy these enzymes. Insert hatching enzymes. Okay. Voice logs. No luck there. Data bank. Alien thermal plant. Blueprints. Still nothing. Can't get useful scans off the eggs. No indication of what kind of enzymes I'm going to get or where they're going to come from. Whoa. Okay, so you've activated the gate for me. Cheers. Thank you. Let's get this online. Alright.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells.
So what enzyme mix
This
do I need?
is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Okay, hatching enzymes, right. Blueprint.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, right, so a little bit of amateur chemistry coming up. See Emperor's life cycle, propulsion cannons, where is it? Hatching enzymes. Eye stalks, fungal samples, ghostweed, bulb bush. I think I could probably get most of that from here, but I need to have a meal first.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. Or is this stuff all on the surface? Dock leaf. It might all be further down. Seacrowns. I think of those red ones. This is where... Wait a minute. Databank. This is why I've been collecting all the fauna data, isn't it? Alien flora research. Oral survivors, codes and clues. Indigenous life forms, flora. C. So ghostweed, deep waters, pale pigmentation, fell papyrus, eye stalks, cave dwelling. Oh well. Time to start looking for plant samples. Rouge cradle, shrooms, violet bow, cave bush. Well, I'll get a scan of it, but without the appropriate science, it doesn't help very much. Actually, blueprint. Bulb bush. Doesn't help me very much. Vein nettle, dockleaf, acid shrooms. Wait a moment, these look promising. Except they don't because it's just texture. Rocks, weeds, random stuff. Alright, let's head back down underneath and see if there's anything to be had there. I mean, I could get these all from the surface, but that would mean a long traipse back up and traipse back. Although, wait a sec, I've got the gate. Alright, let's take a jump. Okay, that one won't work. Try the deeper entrance that I found earlier. The other option is to go through the gate, see where it leads, take the Cyclops back up. Probably actually use the sea moth instead for scouting. And see if I can harvest up the various enzymes on the surface. But I find it hard to believe they'd make you run that big a fetch quest. Make you come all the way down here and then make you all the way back up. The game designers have always been fairly careful to leave the solution to a problem within easy reach of the problem. Of course, we are in the end game at this point, so that rule might no longer apply. Anyhow, let's check this cave again, because some of this stuff looks promising. And the Sea Emperor couldn't get down here herself. It's too cramped. So, what do I need? Okay, Seacrown. That should be one part. Bingo. Then I need eye stalks. They might be harder to get. Bulb bush. No, that doesn't count. Cave bush, violet bow. Gabe's feather, eh? What are you? Any relation to Newell? This plant grows almost in the formula. Well, let's grab a sample anyway. Check against the blueprint. Still nothing. Okay. Cave bush doesn't help. Redwort. Don't think so. No. Just the one sample so far. What are you? Seacrown again. Well, let's get a scan of this. I think I'm going to have to go use the gate to get back to the surf. Well, maybe not even use the gate to get back to the surface. I think I'm going to have to take the sub back up and then use the gate as a quick access method. Cave bush, violet bow, Gabe, fell papyrus. Yeah, that's how this is going to work, isn't it? I'm going to check where the gate goes, drop a nav beacon, and then use that as a quick access rather than having to come all the way back down here to the lava zone. Okay.
Welcome.
Still. At least there is a cure inside. Oh, hello. Hello, unusual peeper. Come back here.
New creature
An
discovered.
oculus. Oh, let's get to it. Come on. Come on. Come on. I want to see if I can breed you guys for food. Not sure you're any improvement on the standard peepers, but, well, there's one way to find out. Okay. Follow the cable back. Right, let's see where this gate goes. Then it's back to the sub and take TB2 all the way back up to surface waters to find these enzyme samples. How hard could it be? Well, without being eaten by at least 2 sea dragon leviathans between here and there. Yeah, that could be tricky. Still, the moral of this story has surely got to be that when it comes to dealing with millennia-old giant space fish, it never hurts to ask politely. Right. Chevron 7, engaged. Okay. And it is two-way. Looks like it's brought me out. It's brought me out at the space gun platform. Okay, well that's nice and convenient. Let's drop a nav marker. Inventory. Nav beacons. I didn't bring a nav beacon.